Now it is to be told how Queen Erka nursed her kinsman Thidrek Vladimarsson. She had him brought into the best bed and gave him every day different precious dainties, prepared a tub bath for him every day, and bestowed many rich treasures on him. She had one of her servant women sent to treat Dietrich of Bern, but she could not treat him as well as the queen. His wounds did badly. They closed slowly, and a bad smell went from them. When Thidrek Vladimarsson had become well, he took his weapons and dressed himself in a good mailhose, put on a byrnie, put a helmet on his head that was as smooth as glass, bright as silver, and hard as steel. He spoke to the helmet. "You hard helmet, you have endured many hard blows from Dietrich of Bern, and all the blows I received from him, I repaid them with blows that were neither fewer nor smaller. And he is still laying wounded, and I am well. If any other man had done that, I would kill him. But he is such a good man that I have no heart to do it, because he is now wounded. I shall now ride out of Susa and the whole way back to Hunaland. Neither King Attila, nor Dietrich of Bern, nor any other man can prevent that." When Queen Erka realized that he wished to leave, she asked her kinsman Thidrek, "What do you intend?" Didrik Vladimarsson answered, "I have been here too long in Hunaland, and I wish to ride home to my kingdom." But Queen Erka spoke then. "You are riding away with little bravery, and will thus repay the goodwill I have shown you, and the fact that I have placed my head in jeopardy for you. And you don't care that I will be killed if you leave." And Thidrek spoke, "You are a great queen, and King Attila will not kill you. But if I wait for him, then he will certainly kill me." And he then went to where Dietrich of Bern was staying, and asked if his wounds were healed, and whether he was well and able to fight. King Thidrek answered, "I have many great wounds, so that a stench arises from them, and I can neither walk nor ride while I am in this condition." And Didrik Vladimarsson went away to the place where his horse was, and he threw the saddle on its back and mounted. But the horse belonged to King Attila. And Queen Erka spoke to her kinsman Thidrek, "Remain here with me, and I shall support you, so that you will be reconciled with King Attila. If you do not do that, then King Attila is so cruel that he will strike off my head when he comes home." But Thidrek rode away and acted as if she had said nothing. Queen Erka wept sorely and cried out and tore at her clothing. She went to where Dietrich of Bern was recovering from his wounds. And Erka spoke, "Thidrek, good warrior, I have come here to seek your good counsel. I have healed Dietrich Vladimarsson, and he has repaid me by riding away. And when King Attila comes home, he will certainly kill me, unless I have your help." And King Thidrek spoke then. "It is well that he has so repaid your healing him, and your dealing well with him, and for giving him every kind of dainty morsel, and for giving him a tub bath every day, and presenting him with many treasures. You sent the worst servant woman to me, and she could not heal my wounds, and she did not even wish to. She lay with a man every night, and that is not the way a physician acts. Now my wounds are twice as bad as when I first received them, because there is now gangrene in them. I am now wounded and ill, so that I can neither walk, nor sit, nor fight with any man. And you have not been here before now, lady, since I came into this bed." Queen Erka wept and cried and complained bitterly. She knew that his wounds were in the condition he had described. Still she spoke. "Good sir, King Thidrek, you are the greatest man in the world in courage and valor. Woe is me that I didn't heal you so that you could help me. If I had done so, then Didrik Vladimarsson would not have ridden away. Now I have no man in my country who can help me. King Attila will now strike off my head, and all the lands will hear about it. O King Didrik, if only you were well, then I would live and govern my kingdom." She continued to say these things over and over, and she tore at her clothing and her hair and beat her breast. King Thidrek spoke now. "Bring me here my birnie and my armor." He continued, "Bring me my shield, and we two Thidreks will come together." And when King Thidrek had armed himself, he bade them take his horse and saddle it. He sprang onto the horse and rode away as hard as he could. As he rode, his wounds began to bleed, so that his whole birnie and his horse were bloody. He rode until he came before Vilkinaborg. And this was the castle where Thidrek, the son of King Erminrek, was killed through Sifkar's advice. A maiden stood on a tower in the castle. She was the daughter of the earl who ruled over the castle. She had seen Thidrek Vladimarsson when he rode by. Now she saw a man riding vehemently in pursuit. She went to the castle gate as quickly as she could, but secretly. King Thidrek came now so close that he could speak with her, and he spoke. "Did you see a man, lady, riding away through here, who had a bright birnie and a bright shield and a grey horse? He was my comrade, and I wished to follow him to his country." She spoke then. "I saw the man you are speaking of, and he rode not long ago into the forest. He now turned his horse Falka with his spurs, and rode more swiftly after him than before. Now the earl's daughter suspected, that he might not be the friend of the man who had passed earlier, but rather that he wished to kill him. And it seemed to her that she had spoken too quickly. There was still only a short distance between them, and she called another time to him. "Good sir, ride here. I see that you are badly wounded. Blood is running out of your birnie. Good sir, ride here. I will bind your wounds, and you will soon after catch the man you wanted to meet. But you will not be able to ride as fast as you will need to in order to catch him, because your wounds are all bleeding. But if you will remain here, then I will bind your wounds, and you will be able to ride that much better." King Thidrek did not want to do this, and he rode most vehemently. And she was now sure that they were enemies, and that each had received wounds from the other. And she did not want to go away until she knew how their encounter turned out. And just like the maiden, it should be your will to find out how this encounter will turn out. So tune into the next episode, number 57, and hear about a man being slain, a visit to Castle Vilkina, and a return to Soest. Thanks for tuning in, and see you again next time, back here at Sagenheim.